For a lot of people, they have their horror icons. For many, there's Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Leatherface, Pinhead, and Ghostface. But for a lot of people, including myself, one of them is a horror icon that still lives today through movies and on the small screen. And that character forever will be... Hey there, I'm here to talk about the 1988 film Child's Play. Now, I remember watching this movie, but not all of it, because when I was a kid, I kept running away when Chucky was on screen. But now that I've watched it since 2011, I think it's time I talk about it. With Halloween coming right around the corner, I feel like this is appropriate. So, let's get into it. This movie became one of my all-time favorites because of all the fun this movie has. And by fun, I don't mean, this is exciting, this is funny. No, I mean, this is such an insane movie with a dark atmosphere that I enjoy it. And yeah, this movie, aside from Curse of Chucky, is one of the darkest films in the franchise. Chicago in the winter settings really sets the tone for this film. The characters are also well done and very relatable. Karen Barkley, played by Catherine Hicks, is arguably the protagonist of this film, along with Mike Norris, played by Chris Sarandon. If you don't know who he is, he voices Jack Skellington. She's also a highlight for me due to her relationship with her son, her struggles as a single mom, and the lengths she's willing to do to protect her son from Chucky. And it's sad we only see her in this film and not the others, along with Mike Norris too. His role could have easily been the Dr. Loomis of Child's Play, but he also doesn't appear after this one, aside from a mention in Curse of Chucky along with Karen. My favorite scenes in the movies are not just with Chucky and the scenes filled with tension, but the ones with Karen and Andy. The relationship they have is, like I said, very believable and relatable, and you feel for both of them. Karen is a single mom who works at a jewelry shop, and she's trying to make ends meet, and she couldn't even afford to buy a good guy doll. Now, granted, those things are $100, but you do feel for her and her son because she does want him to have a good birthday. And you see Annie's excited look when he saw the big box. You thought, oh, he's gonna get that good guy doll, but then it was just clothes, and you're just like, really, clothes? But then you feel sad for him because he did want a good guy. But again, you feel for Karen because, again, she's a single mom trying to make ends meet. And when we get to Karen, who has to send her son away to a mental hospital because people think he's crazy and he's the one who's committed these murders, you get this sense of, I don't want these two being split apart. You don't want to see them get hurt. And we also get to that heart-wrenching scene when Andy breaks down sobbing when Chucky is coming for him. Somebody said something to this little kid. This is traumatic. Like, this kid has been on the ringer. Also, another favorite scenes of mine are a lot with the puppetry and the animatronics at work. It adds a lot to the creepiness with Chucky, like that scene where he meets his old master, John. The music is also another standout, composed by the wonderful John Ranziti. The music is very haunting yet childlike, which again fits the overall tone. It has that electric feel to it. Now let's talk about the two stars of this movie, Andy Barkley and Chucky. Andy Barkley is played by the wonderful Alex Vincent, who is a standout. He can play him in such a way that you'll feel for him when his life will be inevitably ruined by the killer doll. But he also is a kid who will fight back when he needs to, such as when he holds a knife at the mental hospital, or when he gets his baseball bat, when he fires on Chucky in the chimney. And speaking of Chucky, let's get to him. Chucky is such a delight. He is played by the great Brad Dourif, who gives such a distinct and iconic voice to the killer doll, and if he was voiced by someone else, it'd be unrecognizable. And the animatronics is created by Kevin Yeager are nothing short of amazing, and they still look good to this day, so much better than the reboot. In terms of personality, Chucky has one, just not as strong as later. But this is kind of the norm for most slasher icons. Freddy Krueger didn't become the wisecracker he was until after the first one. Jason didn't get his hockey mask until 3. And Chucky didn't become the laughing foul mouth until Child's Play 2. In fact, he's much more serious in this one than the sequels that are gonna come forward. Like, he's killing people, but unlike in the sequels where he's doing it despite the fact that he's running out of time, this Chucky is doing it for people that either pissed him off or trying to get revenge on, like his former partner Eddie Kabuto or the person that killed him, Mike Norris. It's only when he finds out that he's turning human and he'll be stuck in that body forever that he decides to pursue Andy so he can possess his body. We also get a high tense finale where Chucky gets burned and is now dead set on killing everybody. Brad Dourif's performance is haunting. He is just done with everything. It's either give me the boy or you will die. And I think that is just what I really like about this finale, how tense it is. It wasn't until Detective Norris shots him in the heart that Chucky finally stays down. For now, at least.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Nightmare. And we get one final shot of Andy traumatized, looking back at the charred remains of Chucky. He'll never be the same again, and I believe this is evident by the ending music that's composed by Joe Renzini. And you get this sense of childlike wonder, but also the end of the innocence, because Andy's life, his childhood, is destroyed because of this incident. And it's something that's going to stuck for a while. At least until Chucky, maybe. Child's Play opened on November 9th, 1988, and it grossed over $44 million against a budget of $9 million. From here, the phenomenon of Child's Play has begun. Chucky is the next big horror icon, and with it spawned 6 sequels, and a TV show with another movie on the horizon. Child's Play remains one of my favorite movies of all time due to its scares, suspense, and just for being a fun psychological thriller horror movie. Chucky in general is a character I have grown to love and remains one of my favorite slasher monsters, next to Michael Myers. Chucky is a horror icon who deserves to be up there with The Shape, Freddy, and Jason. He's also one of the few horror film franchises that still has the creators and stay within its original continuity. So you can tell that Don Mancini still has a love for this franchise and so many other people who have been there since day one. From people like Alex Vincent, Brad Dourif, to Jennifer Tilly, and a lot of newcomers as well, including Fiona Dourif, who plays Nika in Curse Cult and the Chucky TV series, who is great as who I think is one of the best final girls in slasher history. Yeah, that's my opinion. Don't at me. Anyways, that's all I have for today, and be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification if you want more videos like this. Also, I made it, you guys. I am at 125 subscribers on YouTube. And as I continue to grow, and with it, I'll try to have more time to make videos for you guys. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I am thinking about doing reaction videos for like the night of the Giddyverse that's going to come out. It's created by Dana Terrence. I'm really excited for that. I have a lot of other things in the tank. I'm also have a lot of people who I want to interview too. And I also really want to focus a lot more on my voice acting as well. I want to get back. I am getting back into that. But if you guys really, really like my videos, please watch what I have out right now. I have tons that are out, that are previously out, like interviews from Rebecca Rose to a lot of people, you know. Just name a few. Anyways, guys, thank you again and have a great day.